Alright everybody, if you watched the last video I did, you see we did some distributor cap maintenance there. Got the battery charging over there while I'm working on some other stuff. Still got to get those hubcaps. I know what I got to get now. I just haven't ordered them quite yet. So we're going to move on to the next thing to try to get this thing ready to go on the road. Way back when we cleaned this truck out, we took the seat out. So there's some bolts go right there and right there. I think there's 6 of them total. Anyway, that's what we're going to do next, is work on getting that seat back down. But step one is I got to work on the seat belts, because this had some seat belts installed in it. So we're going to get the seat belts and put those in first, and then the seat, because that's the way that's got to go. So anyway, we'll work on getting the seat belts and the seat tied down and show you how all that works. Another step on the way to getting this girl back out on the road and go on our first trip probably tomorrow. That's my goal, so hopefully we can stick with it. All right, as we were getting ready to start working on this, you can see here's my 3 seat belts. There's that end. There's a couple places where they're frayed, but we're going to put them in because they're better than nothing right now. We can reassess how we're going to refit the interior for long term later, but for now, this is what we got. So those are held down by these 4 bolts here. I tried to find out what thread they were, and I think I did, because I got one of these little thread deals, so you can test them out. But anyway, I sprayed some WD-40 on them. We're going to go ahead and use these. I went and got some washers. Make sure I got some good washers there. Over here, these are the bolts that we're holding the seat in, but there's only 6 of them. There should be 8. So I went ahead and got these, which are the right ones, but they're flanged. And then I also got some washers there, just so I can get all this stuff tightened down and get everything good to go. So anyway, that's what we're going to do there, to get the seat belts in first, and then get the seat done after that. So here we go. We're going to dive into the seat belt, which is basically just put these things in. There's only 4 holes, so the middle seat belt shares holes with the outer seat belts. But we'll get all that set up, and then I'll show you how that all worked out. All right, here we are at the truck. What I did was just pull the seat forward to get it kind of out of where I could get access. And then here's this bolt, and I went with this strap on the outside. First of all, because this is not the adjustable strap, so that way I don't have to have extra stuff flapping around by the door. Secondly, that's just why I'm used to doing it. So you have the male part on your right hand and the female part on your left hand. Seems like the way I'm just going to set all these up that way, I think. Maybe. I don't know, I might switch the other side, but this is what I'm going to do. So there's my bolt washer, the hole it goes in, some WD-40, and then that's the next set. So anyhow, get to work on this and get this bolted down, and I'll show you when I'm done with all of them, get them in there. All right, everybody, we got these in. So I showed you. So I got that one in, and then you come over here, and so there's 2 to that hole. You know, want that in there, and this, and then what I did here is I put the male piece on the inside over here, and I put this this piece on the outside too, so that way I didn't have the adjustable piece with the extra strap on the outermost side dangling out the door or anything. So that's all in. It was 4 bolts. Used the old bolts, but put new washers in, WD-40, all that stuff, and got those bolted in. I'm pretty sure those are aftermarket, but they're in there. I also, where I had some frayed areas here on a couple of these, like I took the torch and kind of gave them a little torch to kind of like burn those in so they wouldn't keep rattling. But anyway, that's all set. Now I'm going to move the seat back to where it goes, and you can see there's 2 holes there. There's 2 holes in the front. At least you can see that's where the hole is. There's one on the other side of that too. So there should be 8 holding this down. So we're going to get to work with my new screw, bolts and and washers and stuff. So we're gonna move this back, feed the seat belts through the seat. That's all that happens is you just take the seat belt, you just take it and shove it through here, and then when you put the seat back, it sticks out. That's it. So we're gonna go ahead and feed those, get them all started, move seat back, and then work on bolting seat down. All right, so there you go. Those are the two back bolts. I got those in since those holes are kind of rusty and all that. Like as I was working through those holes, it was got to a point where it was a little bit hard, but like once all the threads made it, like from the new bolt made it all the way through the threads inside of the truck there, then it eased up a lot. Basically, I mean WD-40 and all that, but those are just rusty old threads. So anyway, got through that. Those two, and then I'll bring it down here. And there's those two. So this seat is bolted down good on this side. So now I just got to go over to the other side and do the same thing. So I'll spare you guys that and get that all done up and show you when I'm done. All right, there you go. Seat's in. You can see all the seat belts pulled through. Down here, as you can see, there's one bolt in. That far bolt over there, that's just a hole in the floor. It's not supposed to be, but it is. I went to put the bolt in, it just falls right through that hole. So anyway, that's not going to be bolted down, but we did get the bolts back here. So those bolts are done, and we got 7 out of 8 in the seat. I think it'll hold up. So that's done. Now I just got to do one more thing, and I'm going to say we're done with this particular video, which was kind of getting the seat back in, you know, working through that stuff, and we'll move on. But one more thing I'll throw in here real quick, and we'll say we're done with this. Seat's working, and it bends back and forth. Seat belts are all in. So this thing's getting closer for road ready. All right, guys, I came back inside with the truck now because I don't want to get eaten up by mosquitoes and no seams. Anyway, we got the seat done. I told you one more thing. I just picked this set up while I was up at the O'Reilly's. It ain't perfect. As you can see, the floors are, they got a little bit of rust in them there. They've done some fiberglass repair, whoever was doing some work in here before. So some of this stuff here that's fiberglass. I think they did a little bit here too, some Bondo or something. Anyway, the body of this thing's got its you know, issues. But before I go buy the whole new mat and everything for under here, we're gonna probably work on those floors. But for now, I just went ahead and got these just these old cheapo mats. That way I've got something. Put my feet on there, give me a little more grip. So anyway, that's that. Got the seat in, got the seat belts in. As you can see, this one will just kind of, it just hangs off to the side like this. So kind of out of the way, you can get in and out, no big deal. But I blew this out with the, you know, with my, whatever, you know, the blower, blow it out. So now I got to come in here and do some cleaning before we really get going. This is all cracked up, and I'll replace it too. But you can see I got some armor on and stuff after it, and you know, it does somewhat better. I mean, it's cracked, but at least it doesn't have to look dirty and cracked. So we'll get that done. You know, rub some cleaner on some of this stuff, and just give it one good wipe down as we get ready to take this thing out probably tomorrow. But that's it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe, and that way you'll catch all the updates as we go. Next thing I'm going to do is dig in this little door panel right here and work on replacing the key, you know, the door key things over here. So stick with us, and well, that'll be the next video for you as we get this thing closer and closer to getting out on the road. But it cranked right up just fine and everything, so doing pretty good now. A couple more things and we'll have it out on the road. and you'll have to come back and see where we go.